Hello, this is Lucas Palmeira from Imagine, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on the RC. Today I'm going to show you how to make 4 sounds from the song Close to Me by The Cure. So let's get right into it. We got a bass and organ, a square lead and a soft lead to do. So we're going to start with the bass. The original sound on the song is actually real bass, but here we have this sound. Okay, I'm gonna take off this equalizer and this delay modulator and this mono. Okay, now I bring back the default patch. As you can hear from the sound, we can clearly hear a sawtooth wave on mono performance with short attack and short decay. So first thing we're going to do is first oscillator, we got a sawtooth, and we're going to change the pre-gain, just take a little bit of that bite to 797, just a little bit. Now drop the cutoff to 138. Performance from poly to mono. Okay. And now on the first envelope generator, we got 0, 500, 6, 7, 5. And release it to 6, 7. Second envelope generator, we got 0 to 30, 400, and on the release, we got 261. Okay. Next thing, we turn legato on and portamento at 184, sorry. Okay, we got our bass. Now let's go to our organ sound. But first I'm going to show you the equalizer on. It's filtering a little bit off the bottom and on the top. This is just to make our delay modulator mono. Like this is stereo, like this is mono. This delay modulator is here, so it gives a little bit of movement on the sound, since it is a real bass, not to sound so synthesized, like plain, equal all the time. So it gives it a little bit of movement. Now for the... Sorry about that. I'm going to change it so it doesn't happen again. Okay, this is our organ. So first thing, I'm going to take off this equalizer. This mono is here again, but I'm going to leave it. First thing that we think about when we think about an organ, we normally think about square waves, and that is because the lack of certain partials on the square wave is basically the best way to simulate woodwind instruments. So, and an organ is based on a woodwind instrument. So it's actually the best thing to do organs. So if you get a square wave and then you tweak with the pulse width, you might get the tone that you're looking for on the organ. And so I advise you to go through that. So let's now go default. And I'm going to change the first oscillator to a square wave. And I'm going to bring the pulse width to 800. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the second oscillator, drop 1 octave, make it a saw and turn the sync on. So now we're on the amplifier, and on the amplifier me just a second. Okay, and for the amplifier, as you can see, we have a pre-gain of 194 and we have all the other on maximum. So 184. Now what we're going to do is change the filter from a low pass 2-pole to a low pass 2-pole, a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole, sorry. Drop the envelope generator to amount. This is the amount of the envelope generator to modulating the cutoff frequency. We're going to drop it to 447. And now the cutoff to 328. Resonance at 180. Now we go to the VCA, which controls the volume, and we're going to raise the keyboard to maximum. This means the higher the note, the higher the volume. Okay, now for the first envelope generator, the one that modulates the amplitude, let's go 0.36 on the attack, 0.72 on the decay, maximum sustain, and release at 151. For the second envelope generator, the one modulating the filter, we go 0.066, 0, and 106. Okay, about there. We got an organ. Finally, I'm gonna turn the chorus on. So we give it a little bit of movement. 0.84 on the rate. And on the depth 255. But now we turn this mono and we turn the equalizer on. So we got this nice organ here. Okay. Now let's go to the square lead, which sounds like this. As you can hear easily, this is a square wave. It has that kind of digital spectrum sound when it's a square wave. And the first thing that we're going to do is bring back the default patch and change it to a square. Now put master at 419. Okay. Drop the cutoff to 426. Okay, and now for the first envelope generator, 0.291 on the decay. Sustain at 462. Release at 279. And envelope generator 2, we got 0 to 30, 400, and 100. Okay, and we got our sound. Finally, we go to this soft lead here. I'm gonna turn off the equalizer. Okay, and bring back the default patch. Here you can hear clearly a sawtooth wave that has a slow attack. So first thing, we got a sawtooth, and we got, this should be okay. Let's drop the cutoff to 422. Okay, and now let's go to the first envelope generator on controlling the amplitude and give it 231 on the attack. Okay, 500 decay, 800 sustain, and release at 164. Envelope generator 2, we got 0 to 30, 400, and 100. So I think we have everything ready, guys. And bear with me just a second while I get this ready for us to listen to. Okay, I think we have everything ready. So and this is it, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. This is quite a classic from a really great classic band. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Remember that we have new content coming up every week and we have some new things coming up soon. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I did. See you next week. Goodbye.